Okay, now we're gonna proceed to do the head. This is so cute already. Again, I'll grab some white yarn. We're gonna make the head. You're gonna curl it around your finger. I'm gonna start off by making a magic ring. Once you have a magic ring, doesn't matter how you do your magic ring, you do 8 single crochet into the magic ring. Okay, I have 8 single crochet into the magic ring. Pull tight. I think I can't crochet without a marker. Okay, now go to the first stitch. If you are a beginner, you still do not know where's your first stitch, you count back from the V shape here, you count back from the hook here until you reach the first stitch. So start from the first stitch, you're gonna do an increase. Increase means 2 single crochet into the same stitch. So we start off with 8 single crochet, and now we did increase, so means that row 2 we will have 16 stitches. Okay, so now we're going to go to row 3. Row 3 we're going to do a single crochet followed by an increase. This 1 single crochet. The next stitch we're going to do increase. So single crochet, increase, single crochet, increase. You should have 8 sets, and by the time you come back here you should have 24 stitches. Next row, row 4, we're going to do 2 single crochet. 1, 2, and increase. I'm gonna do 1, 2, increase, 1, 2, increase. All in you have 8 sets, and by the time you come back here you should have 32 stitches. Okay, row 5, you're gonna do a single crochet all around. 1 single crochet in every stitch, and by the time you come back you should have 32 stitches. Okay, now row 6. Row 6 I'm gonna do 3 single crochet followed by an increase. 1, 2, 3, 3 single crochet and increase. You do 3 single crochet, increase, 3 single crochet, increase. So all in you should have 8 sets, and by the time you come back here you should have 40 stitches. Okay, now for row 7 and row 8 you're gonna do single crochet all around, which means every stitch you just do 1 single crochet, and you do for row 7 and row 8, and you will still have 40 stitches in each row. Now we're gonna go to row 9. Row 9 I'm gonna do 4 single crochet followed by an increase. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120, 3, 4, and you do an increase. Increase means 2 single crochet into the same stitch. So 4 single crochet, increase, 4 single crochet, increase. You should have 8 sets, and by the time you come back here you should have 48 stitches. Okay, now for row 10 and row 11 you're gonna do a single crochet all around. Mean 1 single crochet in every stitch. So I'll come back to you once I'm at the end of row 11. Row 12 I'm going to do 5 single crochet followed by an increase. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, increase, 5 single crochet, increase. You should have 8 sets, and by the time you come back here you should have 56 stitches. Okay, for row 13 until row 15 I'm going to do single crochet all around, just 1 single crochet in every stitch. So I'll come back to you once I'm at the end of row 15. Okay, we're going to start to do our decrease row. So I'm going to do single crochet the next 5 followed by a decrease. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you do a 2 together. I'm using the front loop and the front loop. So this is 1 set. You should have 8 sets, and by the time you come back here you should have 48 stitches. Now row 17. Row 17 I'm going to do single crochet in the next 4 followed by a decrease. So this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and you do a 2 together, or you can call it a decrease. Mine is an invisible 2 together. This is 1 set, and you do 4 sets, and by the time you come back here you should have 40 stitches. Okay, now row 18. Row 18 I'm going to do single crochet in the next 3 followed by a decrease. This is 1, 2, 3, followed by a decrease. This is 1 set. You should have 8 sets of it, and by the time you come back here you should have 32 stitches. Okay, so I've added the eyes and the nose before I continue with the last 3 rows, because I want to sew the mouth first before I add stuffing. So these 2 eyes is about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, between 8 and 9. Sorry, between row 9 and 10, and the nose is just 1 row away in the middle of this eye, and the mouth should be here. The mouth should be the same length as the eye. I'll leave this tail here. I'm gonna tie it to the other tail. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 will be too much. Okay. And we should have 1 more here in the middle. Is this middle? I guess so. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And somewhere in the middle. I should put it back here. and make a stitch here. So this one should not be too tight. This one you poke it back into the same hole. And you leave this yarn there first. Okay, move it about. Here I'm gonna add the tongue. Get a pink color yarn. Either you get pink color or reddish. Yep. Okay. So now I'll just fill up this space here. Make sure it's inside the black color, this black color area. Leave the tail there. I'm gonna tie the tail together later on. And just make sure this black color is above all of it, above this tongue. Get one more here. Let's make it a cross. Make sure it's within the black color. Here you're gonna spread it out. Just leave all this here. Later we will tie a knot. Just fill up this gap here. Spread it around. This is a 5-ply yarn. Spread it around to make it kind of plump up. Okay, one more here. Cover this part here. And you just use your hand to use your nail to kind of open up all this stitch, because it's a 5-ply yarn. Maybe I should make one more stitch here, cover up this gap here. Like this. Okay, So now one glance, it does look like it pulled his tongue out. Maybe I should make one more to cover this. Right, one more over this side. Make sure it's inside the red, inside the black area. Okay. And pull it over here. Oops. And then you use the black yarn. Just make one stitch here. Just make one stitch here. Pull this up more. Make sure this is above the red color. Yep, it does have one line here to make it kind of look like the tongue. Does it look like a tongue? I'm not sure. I hope so. Maybe I should do something on this edge here. Put my needle here, pull it down this way so it kinda look better, right? There. And you smear it, kind of smear it, mush it about, and that's it. Now the balance here, and just tie it around. Make sure you do not pull any of this yarn because it's not affect whatever is in front. Just gently tie a knot. And all these three here, you can either use this to sew a few stitches to keep the lock down, or you can add glue if you want. Just make one stitch here, gently, one stitch here, and another stitch here, and then you do some crisscrossing to pull this back to this side so that it won't come off, and this side to this side. Hopefully it won't come off, and by the time you add stuffing, this would kind of hold, I hope. You don't have to do this if you do not want to. This is just my way of making sure this is locked nicely here. And I just tie a knot with the magic ring. Take a look and see if anything goes wrong here. Okay, and then you still have this red color. You can continue to make some knots here and there. You can pull this over like this to make a hole and pull it to the other side. It's just my silly way of doing it. You don't have to follow me. So after this, we're gonna continue with the last 3 rows, and we're gonna add stuffing, and we can start to connect it to the body. Okay, now row 19, I'm gonna do 2 single crochet, or single crochet in the next 2, followed by a decrease. This is 1. This is 2, and you do a decrease, and you should do 8 sets of it, and by the time you come back here you should have 24 stitches. Okay, now row 21, gonna do single crochet, 1 single crochet followed by a decrease. So this is 1, and you do a decrease. And 1 and decrease. So you should have 8 sets of this, and by the time you come back here you should have 16 stitches. Okay, now I'm going to do 2 together all the way, decrease all the way. Oops, wait, this is too loose. You hold it this way. This is 1. You continue and you do 8 of it. I'll come back to you once I'm at the end here. Okay, I did the decrease all the way, so now there's still a small hole here. You use a tapestry needle, you leave a little bit of tail, you go through all the front loop. There should be around 8 of it, and you pull, and you're going to seal the hole here. So forget about all these big holes here, because we're going to stuff it into the hood. It's going to wear a hood, so the hood will kind of cover this up. So this one, you just make a few stitches here and there to hide it, because we're going to use the long tail from the body to sew onto the, just attach the head. This one will be at the bottom where we attach it to the neck, so it's okay if you just simply sew. You won't be able to see it anyway. So you just hide the balance yarn inside. You can just poke it anywhere. I mean, if you do not want to cut, you can just hide it inside. If not, you can just cut it away. And now let me get the hood. Okay, This is how the hood look like. Stuff it inside. There. Make sure you place it around, which is in the correct spot, and you make sure the ear is down. If it's not, maybe you can add 1 stitch or 2. Okay, this one, make sure when you stitch, you just leave this here, you just stitch here, and this is the body. I want the microphone to be this side because the rest of the gang is holding it this side. So up to you. So you're gonna attach it here. I'm gonna sew once on the body, once on the yellow and also the white part. So that means I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. So I'm gonna do once here, once here, and one on the white part. Okay, so you're gonna do 1 round. So those who want to stop watching from here on, thank you for watching. And before you go, let me show you the other member. This is Tata. Tata is in my previous post. If you'd like to find out more about this fella, you can go check out my playlist under BTS playlist. And for those who want to know how this fella look like after I attach it nicely, you just make 1 stitch here, because I find it kind of difficult to show you. You make sure this is in the correct spot. If you want, you can put this to the front first. You can put this to the front so that the head is facing you. You leave these 2 alone, and from here you make sure everything is in order. You make 1 stitch, 1 stitch on the yellow part and 1 stitch on the white part, and then you do 1 stitch here. Okay, I come back to you once I have it nicely attached. So don't forget to check the rest of the members out. Okay, this is how the final product look like. I made quite a number of rounds here because the head is way bigger than the body and it's heavier too. So I make many rounds. Make sure when I stitch, I make sure I stitch the white part as well. So the top part here, you can actually remove the hood if you want. You can just leave it like that. You can remove the hood and you can put back the hood, and the head won't drop off, because when I sew, I make sure I sew on the white part and also the yellow part here. So this part here is firmly attached except for the top. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. I hope you like the other one as well. Go check out my BTS playlist, the whole playlist. I'm gonna make the whole set. So hope to see you in my next post. Bye.